on Red Dirt Diary, we're gonna end the year in a huge way.
Back at Weenie Creek, it's been a while since we've been here, and I mean a while.
Yeah.
But we're excited to be back here, try and conquer this track and share some exciting news with you guys, but you'll have to stay tuned to see what that is.
Let's go. This is usually the point in the episode where we explain to you what we're going to be doing for the day, and Bree pretty much teases me for driving an IFS Hilux. But I have some exciting news. So on that note, dumb millennial financial decisions. Woo! I'm so excited. If you're an OG follower of mine, you've been around for a while, you know that I really do regret the day that I sold my original 105. So I wanted to get my hands on another one so that I could finish rewriting the story that, to be honest, I shouldn't ever have stopped the first time. But I'm not going to get into it too much this episode. There's so much happening and so much exciting news, so I'll leave space for all of that. If you guys want to see the dedicated Land Cruiser video, how I bought it, the plan of building it, I will put that on the screen here for you, and after this episode you can go and check that one out for yourself. Now, we are driving to the top of the Weenie Creek Playpen. It's been 3 years since Bree and I have been here, so we're gonna get to the top, head down, take a look, and then see if it's changed all that much. I have a feeling that it will have changed, and that is just gonna make today a very eventful and exciting day. When I was trying to put together a season finale for the year, I knew I wanted to make it special and meaningful. And what a better way to do that than go and relive the very first time I was on Red Dirt Diary. Bree and I, we came together. She taught me how to wheel. I was so green. And to go and revisit it so many years later, reapplying everything that we've learned, new cars evolving. I think by nature, we knew that it was gonna be a really, really good day, but this is one that I was particularly excited for.
All right, so we're at the start of Weenie, and it's definitely a bit different than last time. Not too crazy, but the holes are much bigger, the steps are much larger. And this is a line that Bridget drove last time that I'm actually gonna drive because it's grown a bit too. What hasn't grown is my balls because I am taking the easier one, but that's okay because we've got plenty more track to go, so let's just get into it.
Now this trip was a little bit different for me. It's been a while since I've actually been a guest on Red Dirt Diary. I just didn't do any of the planning. It wasn't my show to run. But Bridget chose to do this particular episode at Weenie Creek, which is, I guess, quite sentimental in the story of Bridget and I. It was the first ever episode that her and I did together on Red Dirt Diaries.
All right, it's good to be back. I'm just at the top of Weenie, approaching the start of the track now.
Yep. Good drive, good drive.
You guys are bullies making me do
Yes,
this.
absolutely. I don't know how you did it.
I don't know how
Look
I
at
did
this.
it. I don't know how I did it. Now I'm just driving yet another factory vehicle with no more capability other than the fact that it's not fragile, and it'll probably be better. But today's just fun for me. Last time was not fun.
This line is definitely much easier than the last one I took, but it definitely has gotten harder from the last time I was here. And I do have some brake fade, which is mainly the reason why I'm not going down the big step, which is, funnily enough, I'm pretty sure that was an issue I had the last time we were here. I lost my brakes. I just started sliding. We already got a wheel in the air. And this is meant to be the easy one. Let's hope there's not many more downhills. That's me hard on the brakes. Yeah. One of the worst things is just brake fading. Like, I swear last time I was here I had the same thing. I remember we were coming out and I tried this harder one that was just here. I remember going up it and getting stuck on it, but I didn't try and complete it because my brakes had problems. Must be a weenie thing.
I'm pretty sure the last time I was here, I said something like it about this spot in my other car. I'm pretty nervous, but I'm driving a Toyota, so not much can go wrong. I don't think with me driving, anything can go wrong. I'm a little nervous, but I'm driving a Toyota, so it's gonna be all right. I guess anything's possible with me driving. Fun fact, I was so nervous. I was so nervous that I actually pre-prepared that line. I felt like I was gonna freeze under pressure on the camera and not know what to say or do.
So I'm looking at the start of the Weenie Creek track and I'm thinking to myself, firstly, I'm actually quite surprised that Bree was able to convince me to drive this the first time I did. And doing it now, it's just as intimidating as what it was 3 years ago. It's definitely not a simple track by any means. But we drop in, the Land Cruiser's feeling great. I've obviously learned a thing or two since then and we're firing away and the track is unfolding.
Start to turn if you want.
Did this car not drive that incredibly well for what it is? Let me just point out that you couldn't have caught that audio. Bree went,
Having a little bit more of a textbook and a little bit more knowledge than what I did a few years ago, I'm keen to sort of test that as the track unfolds, but it didn't really take long until we got stuck, didn't we? Bye-bye bumper, a few scratches, a few dents, what else? Oh, see you later side steps. Yeah.
I'm actually finding this car's mad, but I'm having trouble with the brake. The brake's almost too good, more good than what I'm used to. And I was on the phone to Sam Young before, where all good forward driving ideas come from. And he was telling me to stall it up in the brake, so 2-foot drive it to be a bit more consistent, because it's so on and off on the brakes or on and off on the accelerator. I'm a bit too much, but like getting used to any car, I'll get used to it, but I just scared the cameraman in the process. Anyway, this is how you get used to a car, drive it.
It looks more like a slider now. Yep. Keep going a little bit left. Yep, straight this way. Yep. Left. It's almost like she hasn't made this, but it's still further than she made last time in Hilux. Like we left it after the last time. Solid axle though, it's a real car.
Oh, look at you.
It's actually going back pretty close to where it was. I'm glad it's there though.
Yeah, well, your door, thanks you.
The step ups of Weenie Creek, they're pretty gnarly, and there's this one particular step that was no more than like my shin or knee height a couple of years ago, and now it's like shoulder height. I didn't even test the Hilux. I knew it wasn't a safe option for me. I was going to damage the sides of my car, but to be fair, I've already lost my side step, so what more do I have to lose?
Look at the height of this. This is an absolute monster, and I can't say much more.
I got cheat codes, mate. Yeah.
A little orange cheat code up there.
Nah, it's just a couple of switches. Yeah. Yep. You're up.
I think this is called Clutch Hill. I'm going to drive it this time on the easiest line, which is pretty much up through the middle. What do you reckon?
Hey, Brody. Do you want to drive a patrol?
Is that a trick question?
Come on, let's swap jobs.
How could it have been this long
You know
before
what,
you
Brady?
throw me the keys?
It's the season finale.
All I gotta do is leave to get to drive a car.
She's right. It's the season finale. It's the end of an era, the end of 2023. Why don't we show people what they really want to see? Can Brody steer it?
Answer no, but will I? Yes.
And then in the case of, why don't you just drive my car then?
I'll give it a go.
So you could probably tell at Red Dirt that we want to encourage people. We want to give people a go. We want to help people step out of their comfort zone and learn something. Today's the day. It's time that Brody's going to learn.
I gotta say, been on Red Dirt for how many years? And all I had to do was leave before I thrown the keys.
I don't know why I let him drive my car. I've let him drive it on the beach before because I know he can drive a car, but I've never seen the bloke wheel. And I've just handed him the keys.
Ridiculous. It doesn't even, you can't even tell that there's a bump.
I've been doing the wrong job!
You like it?
Like, honestly, you could just go to sleep, check Facebook, do what you want, and just go, oh, that's where we're going? Yeah, cool.
Well, it's about time that Bridget put a big girl's pants on and got a real car. I mean, it could have been a Nissan, that would have been better, but we take what we can get. Oh, this throttle is sensitive. Oh, God, I need to get used to this before I just put it into a rock step. How good's auto? This is the one thing I wish my Patrol was auto. Being able to use 2 feet, one on the brake, while accelerating, especially in an unlocked vehicle, just being able to use it a little bit when you use the traction as well, the brake, I mean. I was worried about happening.
You may just be able to, a little bump, yeah.
It's not my car, bro!
There you go. Right hand down. Right hand down. Yep. And just crawl up that. Left hand down. Yep.
Oh
Yeah, go.
Just drive that now. Yeah. Oh, what a transition from rock to rock that was. That rock literally just moved into spot for her to go boop, boop. The environment worked.
Yeah, girl.
The environment worked.
Oh, so close. It's probably that rock over
Yeah,
there.
hang on. Nice, good girl. You're on it. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, girl. Nice.
Videos where you see like 10 people get out of a car and they may or may not be in Dubai and they've just limmy bashed it all over the sand. That's this car.
The auto's good.
Yeah, the auto's good.
Auto's amazing for off-road.
Yeah.
Trust that the one and only time I drive the car with quite a fair bit of commitment, Brody's not actually recording. Frustrating, I know, but we did snap some pretty epic photos, so he tells me. So with you, I'll view them for the first time, and we'll import them here, and hopefully they're good, because it's the only footage that we're gonna get of me driving that car pretty hard. So I knew a spot just a little bit up the track. The view is amazing, and I was looking forward to showing everybody a spot that I knew to spoil everybody to end the first day. Okay, 1 second. And spoil everyone a little bit let's spoil the gang and take them to a camping spot just further up the track. The view's amazing, and actually nice to take everyone somewhere that I knew and spoil everyone a little bit to end the first day.
We have successfully made our way out of the track. We've made our way to the exact same camping spot that we camped at last time, which we thought would be nice and sentimental and enjoy the view. So I'm just gonna get all my gear out, set up camp, and then feed the team. I think that's a good wrap for the day. I'm impressed with my car. Did you like it?
I was actually impressed that it conquered what it did.
Did you like the Patrol?
Yeah, Brody.
Oh yeah, best car of the day.
Good.
Mate, my opinion of that car has changed a lot.
Yeah, I'm happy with all the cars. We've made it to camp safely. We're just enjoying the view. And I think what we'll do is watch the sunset, have some dinner, and then kick on tomorrow. We have an exciting destination in store for you guys. Wait and see.
don't really know where to start. I feel like there's a lot to reminisce on, there's a lot to unpack. And if you haven't gathered by now, there's a reason we're doing this track in particular. Like I've said, Weenie Creek, it was where it all started. But that's where it started for Bridget and I. I've been involved with Red Dirt for, God, I've been going on 5 years now. Looking back on it all, like, it's been one of the best opportunities, whether that was when I was just a guest and Dan was running the show, or whether it was when Bridget and I were doing it together. I feel like there just comes a point where your life directions just change. If you've watched the channel from day one, you would have seen there's been so many evolutions. Originally when I started Red Dirt, I was way out of my comfort zone. I could say I was a completely different person. Like, I was 19 years old, I had no confidence in myself or even as a driver. I feel like that was like the start of everything for me. And obviously in the first era of Red Dirt, I was way out of my comfort zone. And I was supported, luckily, by some great, experienced men in the industry. And that allowed me to grow to the person 2 years ago that took over Red Dirt with Bridget.
Red Dirt initially started with like a group of four-wheel drive industry experienced dudes. It was then a duo of girls. Now it's a Bridget. What's that mean?
Good question. I want to see Red Dirt inspire more people and bring more faces into the industry that I believe that this industry should have.
Red Dirt has been something that has been amazing and been a huge part of my life for the past 5 years that has helped me grow with so many aspects, but I feel like there's a point where I just need to jump out with my own 2 feet in front of me and just jump in head first and just chase something that is so outside of my comfort zone. Like, I've had this cover over me with Red Dirt that's just sort of, I've had people support me and a team behind me all the time, and I think it's time that I actually do it on my own, essentially.
We've always shown this shit warts and all. Like, there's other massive YouTubers, like, I won't mention any names because there's no point, but I can't imagine many of those YouTube shows showing that someone forgets to put their car in four-wheel drive, or that they get teared up going down a hill because they forget to put their car in four-wheel drive. Is that something that you still think is important to show that? Because I know for a fact that has opened up Red Dirt, and you specifically, and Bree, to a lot of criticism, and it allows people to be like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, they're useless. But I guarantee those same people who yell loud about that have done equally those sort of things.
That's such a good question. Oh, goodness. I went down a rabbit hole where I found something out about the common denominator between some of the best performing pieces of content, whether that be on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, any of it. And I asked myself, what is the common grab, essentially? And I almost fell off my seat because it's been my dream since the very, very, very beginning to make content like this. And I frame it as content with meaning, content that you can feel something. And whether it's vulnerability or sheer excitement or achieving your bucket list or having a rough day, emotion in video form, I really, really, really like that. And one of the factors that comes with that, and you're so spot on, Brody, is when you become vulnerable on camera and you show the true narrative on how you might be feeling in a situation, you open yourself up to extreme criticism and at times attack. And it's difficult because is it unwarranted? You chose to put this out online. But I have thick enough skin and I've grown enough as a woman that I would rather be the punching bag for a few to be the inspirational piece for many. And hang on. And I mean that. Hang on, I can keep it together. I've said this sentence quite a few times. I've said it on stage, I've said it in episodes, I've said it online, that if I can just inspire one person to step out of their comfort zone and chase their dreams, I'm going to do it. I do not care what anybody says. It's the thumbprint that I want to put on the world and in this industry because it hasn't existed. Hasn't existed before, and I see that the industry has changed for the better. And I like that, and I want to keep it going, and I want to do it more.
Driven is essentially about just learning and getting out of your comfort zone so you can achieve the ultimate dream, essentially. Whether that be picking up the tools, driving the hard tracks, looking after yourself on solo trips, learning a new sport. It's honestly anything that you want it to be, and it's essentially just building the drive to get there.
Season 3, have you started filming? Have you started shooting?
Yeah, it's done, mate.
It's done, it's already finished.
Season 3 is done. If you could have a free ticket to my brain for a second.
You're off now, mate. You just like.
Yeah. Oh no, I won't be
Season
taking
3's
time off.
done.
I'm a busy gal. You can tell by my reaction that I've seen some things. Season 3 is something to be proud of. I cannot wait for everyone to see what we've done. It's so cool. It's so exciting. Season 3 is absolutely epic. I feel like that the lid was just let off the jar and it just exploded with confetti and all of these exciting colours. You're just gonna have to wait and see. On behalf of everybody at Red Dirt that you get to see on camera, off camera, I feel like I have to be the spokesperson and say thank you to you. This truly only goes forward because you guys watch and support and get behind us, but you're just as much a part of this as I am too. And my dream, without giving too much away, is to have you guys be so involved in a way that you can feel it as much as I get to feel it as well. I love every single one of you individually, and thank you. And thank you for supporting us during this time of change. And I know I keep saying fucking thank you, but I just don't know what else more to say, but I really do appreciate you so much more than what you realise.
You guys have got to know me for the last few years. You've watched me in so many episodes to get to know me and what I'm about. But this is something new and this is something more. This is a bigger extension of myself and the passions and dreams that I have. So let me stop rambling, let's get up and let's just go check it out. You've seen us pack up swags a million times and drive to our next destination. So we've just skipped all that because this is way too exciting. So I'm about to give you a taste of Driven Garage. Let's head in, check it out. Bridget's already made herself comfortable, so let's go find her. So Bridget's made her way to the relaxation station. And made himself
The best part of this entire garage.
You're probably wondering where the 4 wheels are. We do have 2 wheels. Driven is going to be more than just cars. It's pretty much anything you're passionate about, pretty much anything you can find in the automotive industry, or anything that has an engine, essentially. Even if it's an e-bike electric engine.
An E-engine.
E-engine. So this is a different side to Driven, but if we move over to the other side of the shed, this is something that's probably a bit more usual for you guys. So I got one end of the scale to the other. Sneak peek, these are the first 2 builds. We've got the old rusty dusty GQ Patrol over here. That's actually going to be one of the first things that I'm working on. This is something I'm calling David's Dream. You'll find out what that is later. And we've got the brand spanker, N80. IFS that Bridget was giving me crap about earlier when I told her she finally bought a solid axle and bought a real car, and then here I am buying a Hilux. But I'm excited to step into something a bit more modern and new. You guys will see these cars evolve over the next 12 months on the channel, plus a whole heap more. So yeah, this is a sneak peek into what Driven has up and coming. So the shed is pretty new. You'll probably see this whole setup evolve as the channel grows. I mean, we do have a hoist and some basic things, but I want to expand the skill set and expand these cars, so that might be welding equipment and stuff like that's going to come. As much as things are on the property as well, because as much as we're going to be filming a heap of content in here, these cars are built to be driven. So we do have 4-wheel tracks, we even have motorbike tracks, mountain bike tracks, pretty much anything we're going to put our hands on and build and modify, we've got tracks out there to test them.
Hurry up and build them. So we can, what do you guys reckon? One annual collaboration where Bree brings whatever she's built onto Red Dirt and then we just explode once a year.
Hers will probably explode, yes.
With awesomeness.
yeah.
With awesomeness.
2023 has been a massive one, but as you guys have just found out, 2024 is going to be even bigger.
Huge, it sounds like to me. There are so many exciting things to come for both of us. Go over and check out Bree's new show. I'm so proud of you. I really mean that. I want to say that on record. You've done such a fantastic job. And all of the memories that we've shared together. I'm so excited for both of our futures. Thank you so much for tuning along. Please go and tune along with everything that Bree's got going for her. And we will see you in season 3.
You know what I never noticed? How much it actually looks like a pen. See, we've got like a little teddy thing on it.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Cool, yeah.
Fuck's sake, I know this is gonna make noise. Weenie Creek now. We are discussing lines. The holes are muchly.
At least you didn't cry this time.
No, I have my hubs off.
It's heaps easier, eh? That's weird.
Heaps easier.
Yeah, that's weird. I'll keep note of that.
Even with working brakes, unlock hubs, worst situation. Just try to put me there, I guess. You're fucked either way, but sure.
Yeah, and I'm aware of that, but
You may as well to see how fast you can do it.
Just jump it and you won't.
Yeah.
I'm really not very good on the brakes. They're very on or off.
Traction if your oil light's on.
100%. You know that thing that's in front of the gearbox, that main part at the back of the motor with that seal that only costs about $50 and it's supposed to hold all of that like moisture liquid?
Oh yeah, it's got like the plug on it you can undo and whatever. Yeah.
And like, I think Bree's had a fair bit of experience with replacing it this year. Yeah, that one?
Yeah.
One, yeah, so like that one's just like dripping a bit, but it's alright because the light's only orange, but when it goes red I'll get worried.
Carfax.
Bree's taught me everything I know. Apparently you can drive around with that on. She does it all the time.
It's like 6 years of counting.
You know when they say the best mod is a driver mod? In our case, it's the worst mod is a Bridget mod. So when the car drives it, you're like, whoa.
Oh my god! I can't believe that driver did it. Also, the car got up.
Yeah, the car must be built. And any issues that I'm having today is just because I've got a BF slicks on.
BF good slicks.
Being serious.
I hate.
I hate it.
What's L mean?
Just put it in drive, just put it in D. It won't pop out of gear. Like,